Hey, I'm Mr. Big Chris. I'm Phat, and I have a Surly skid loader cargo bike that holds 400 pounds. 130 chromoly frame. I'm telling you, this is the best bike to get if you're obese. You can climb any hill with this Bosch electric assisted pedaling. This thing rides great. I feel like I could do tricks. Yeah. Yeah, this bike has the Puron controller. So you just turn the bike on and off right here, and let's turn it back on. It'll pop back on. And then when you want some power, that's the Eco Boost. That gives you the least amount of power. That's the Tour, gives you more. Sport and Turbo. And in turbo mode, it does, all you have to do is turn the pedals and you can ride. It's so easy. Like, all I'm doing is turning the pedals, making it go. I got a phone holder right there. This bike is so cool, and I really like it. I've had it about a year, and I made a video, but I never made a riding video with it. I'm just here in the neighborhood in front of my house, and a guy actually sent me a message and said that he wanted an update on the skid loader. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm making a little short video. I don't know how long it'll be. But one thing I like about the Surly skid loader is that it's made out of 130 chromoly. And this bike has a weight loading out of the box of 400 pounds. So I weigh 400 pounds. So you could just, I'm not too big for the bike. I have had a lot of people heckle me on TikTok and YouTube about me being fat and riding a bicycle. So what we got down here, it comes with a 2-sided kickstand. And I got them awesome Pedaling Innovations pedals on here. And it comes with a Bosch cargo line motor on it. And it has a 500 milliamp battery. It has Surly terrestrial 2.5, 27.5 tires. These tires are notorious for lasting like 5,000 miles. They're awesome. So, let's see here. If you go down, so right there's where you control. That's the Eco Boost. Tour, it makes it a little bit easier to pedal. And Sport and Turbo mode. In turbo mode, you do not have to pedal this bike at all. I'm telling you, it just does it on its own. And it also has a dropper seat post on it. So you push this button right here. I'm going to push this button beside the controller, and you'll see my seat pop up. And you control exactly where you want that seat at. You can stop it anywhere you want it, and it'll stay there. And it makes it really nice when you're out riding, because you can change the elevation of your seat to get more comfortable. It has disc brakes. It has a 15 millimeter through axle hub on the front. It has the Advent 10-speed group set on it. And if you Google this Advent 10-speed group set, you'll know that you'll figure out that this is the toughest group set that money can buy. And it only cost about $165. And if you buy the skid loader, it comes with this big nice rack, but it doesn't come with the platypus. And that's Patty the platypus. And also, if you go on eBay and buy this plush seat, it is the best seat I've ever used, and they only cost like 25 or 30 bucks. So it has Techno hydraulic brakes. I'm not real sure of the size of the rotors. And there's the Advent shifter. And all this stuff works great. I've only got like 140 miles on this bike, but I was trying to remember how to find the mileage. So it comes on, hold, oh, there it is. Yeah, you just hold that down. Yeah, this bike has 136 miles on it. So I've had it a year. I haven't really rode it that far. One time I went out to, I rode from Weirton to Burgestown and back. And then one time I rode to McDonald and back. And the further you ride it, the less you use the battery, the further the range will be. Like right now, I got like 3/4 battery. And the range, you put it on eco, and walk mode, you push that and it says walk, and then you push the plus button. If you look back here, you'll see that the back wheel's turning. So that's so you can walk beside the bike. But if you get tired of pedaling, like you just want to go real slow, you can put it in walk mode and you can still ride the bike, no problem. But I apologize that, see, it's still in walk mode. So you leave it out, it'll pop out of walk mode pretty quick. Yeah, went back to eco. It's supposed to tell you how far it'll go on this battery, but there we go. Right now, in eco mode, it'll go 42 miles on this battery. Put it in tour mode, it'll go 27 miles right now. Put it in sport mode, 22. Turbo mode, 19 miles. Now this bike in eco mode has plenty of power. Like you can put this in a gear where it'll run about 10 mile an hour. You're not really adding any assistance to it a whole lot. But if you put it up in sport mode, like you're going up a hill, you're barely adding anything. You put it in turbo mode, it'll climb any hill in the lowest gear, and the only thing you're doing is turning the pedals. That's it. And it's really amazing. And I weigh 400 pounds. I can go riding anywhere I want to on this bike. I can go out for a 40-mile ride. So one time I left here in Weirton on the Panhandle Trail, and I was going to try to ride the whole 54 miles on one battery charge. So the longer you ride this bike, if you're not using a lot of the power, it'll add mileage to this. So after I ride about 10 miles, the miles may go up to 50 or 55 miles. At one time on this bike, I went down some long hills, didn't pedal hard at all for about 10 miles. And it said my battery life would be like 70 miles. So you can really decide how far you can go on one battery just by, if you want to add some power to it, you do some of the pedaling yourself and just use the motor, the Bosch motor for big hills and when you're tired and stuff. That's really good. There's a keyhole right there to take it out. You take the battery out. That little hole there. You can put your charger in that hole there, and it'll charge it. Well, I hope you enjoyed a little bit of update on this bike. Now, I'm going to do some more updates. I'm going to start riding in about 2 weeks. The weather's going to be bad. I was working 187 hours a week. Not 187. I worked 87 hours a week for about 18 months. And that's over with now. Now I'm working about 50 or 60 hours a week. So now I got plenty of time to go bike riding and do the stuff I want to do. Well, if you have any more questions on the skid loader, mine is also, it's a large size frame. And I bought mine from the Angry Catfish. So if you decide you want this bike, the first time you go to the Angry Catfish, they'll put a little deal there that says they'll give you 10% off your first order. So if you want this bike, this is how I bought it. It was $4,700. But I got about $500 off and the shipping was free. And they don't sell it. Angry Catfish is in Minnesota, I think, and they don't charge tax since it's out of state. So I gave like $4,250 for this delivered to my house. No sales tax. So there you go. All right, folks. If you made it this far, I appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.